Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to the Shabbat this morning. So today is the 8 days of Sukkot, and it is always known. It is also known as Shmini Azaret, which is the 8 days of Sukkot. Normally, Shmini Azaret is written in the Torah. But it is known as a kind of a holiday that it is used to observe. I mean, like the ceremony of to clean the altar, because during the Sukkot, right, they make a lot of sacrifices, right? You know, so according to sages or according to scholars, they said Shmini Azaret is the day that all those ashes, you know, is clean. The ashes, not the ash, after they burn the animal. So they clean the altar, they sanctify, they make it refresh, get it ready. So that is what that's what they think that Shmini Azaret stands for. Okay, so especially in the diaspora, I mean, we that are here, we use the holiday is somehow combined together with Simchat Torah, because later on this afternoon we are going to have the celebration of Simchat Torah, that is rejoicing with the Torah. The men carry the Torah around. We carry the Torah, we rejoice with it. And the women, they take a road, they roll the Torah everywhere, right? So we rejoice with the Torah. So, but the most important thing in Simchat Torah is that we roll back the Torah all the way back to Bereshit, to the beginning. We remember that the Torah, in the circle reading, there cannot be a gap. There is no gap, it's continuation. There is no stop, it's a cycle. You have to continue. So I'm going to talk about ha-Brakhah, the blessings, this morning. And I subtitle it, Yeshurim is 12, but 1. Yeshurim is another name for Israel. Yes, Yeshurim is another name for Israel. So Yeshurim, I mean Israel, is 12, but 1. What do I mean by this? What do I mean by this? What is the meaning of this? So the meaning of this is that Israel is 12 tribes, but all these 12 tribes is 1. And why am I saying that it's 12 but 1? Because every child has their own personality. They are born of the same mama, the same papa. Even though twins, identical twins, they have their own different personality. So every child, every person is every person is made unique. Everyone is unique in their own way. But what God is telling us this morning is that we should use this our uniqueness to build a unity, to be one. We see in different areas of life where people they use the differences between them in a negative way. They say, you know, I am white. You know, I am black. You know, I am brown. You know, I am red. You know, I am yellow. This is African. This one is European. This one is Asian. Oh, this one is Indian. Or this one is, you know, all kinds of nonsense. You know. But God created us differently. He has a reason for creating us differently. That we are all unique in our own ways. What the Torah is telling us this morning is for us to use this uniqueness as one, combine it together to be strong. Together, you are strong. but divided, you are weak. It is a fundamental message in the Torah. It is a very, very strong message in the Torah. Strong message in the Torah. That God wants us to always be one. What the Torah is talking about this morning, Moshe is talking about. As soon as Moshe blessed Israel as one, he begins to bless them individually. Why this? Moshe is telling us that yes, sometimes it is sweet in the mouth to say unity, 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 unity. But can we live a life of unity? It is hard for us to be able to live a unified life, a unity life. It's very hard. Why? Because of our ego. Oh, I can't stay with them. Oh, these are poor people. Oh, me? I'm too smart. These people are illiterate. Me? I always take my shower. This one doesn't take his shower. Me? I have all the old thing, but this one it has nothing. We look for all kinds of problems. We look for all kinds of things just to divide ourselves. Why are we doing that? The Torah said that the rich man is created for the poor man. And the poor man is created for the rich man. Everything has to be balanced. So we shouldn't technically continue to divide ourselves. We should bring all this in a unique way to unify ourselves as one. We are talking about unity. We are talking about oneness. Oneness, we need unity, one. So, in the history of Israel, and this is very ingrained in our system, in our DNA, that we have to be one by all means. We have to be united anywhere we go. This one comes and say, you know what? I am Sephardic. I am Ashkenaz. I am Midrash. I am a Yemenite. Oh, I am Egyptian Jew. I am an African Jew. I am an Ethiopian Jew. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is we are Israel. It doesn't matter where is that is a division of the nations. No, because we scatter all over the world. My forefathers migrated from Sicily and they ended up in Mexico. Or they migrated and they ended up in Chile. Or they ended up in Nicaragua. Or they went and they ended up in some Colombia or in China. It doesn't matter. What matters is that the Hebrew blood is flowing in our veins. And we as one have to be one, have to come together as one. And that is when God will reign over us. Because when we divide ourselves, then how can we survive? The enemy will always look for a way to divide. He said, divide, you rule them. Divide them and you rule them. That's the plan of the enemy. When you divide people, it is easy for you to control them. And we can see this in the political life that we live in different countries. Right? The president, the prime ministers, the power that control the countries, the people that control, the big men, the rich men, what do? They divide the people. Because if the people unite together as one, You cannot rule over them because they can revolt. But they look for one thing or the other to put problem in their midst, and they scatter them so they're easy to be controlled. This morning, the Torah is teaching us about oneness. There is goodness in our diversity. Because we're diverse people. There is goodness in our diversity. Being white, black, African, Europeans, Asian, it doesn't matter. We should always look at this from a positive perspective. Never, ever, ever from the negative perspective. When we look at our diversity in a positive perspective, when we look at our diversity in a positive perspective, you will see that the world will change. The world that we live, it will be a new world. The world we live will be a new world. Okay, the world that we live, the monde, the world that we live will be a new place, a new world, a new world. So, and this is the most important thing that God wants from us, that everything has to be renewed. Everything has to be renewed every day, every day, every day, every day. Look at, for example, the situation that we have in Ukraine. Brother killing brothers. Because somebody from 10 million miles comes and divide them. Because he wants them to do what? To collide, put one head, one brother head, another brother head, and join it together and let them kill themselves. For people, you know, to reign over, for anyone to reign over you, for anyone to reign over you, for anyone to control you, you yourself gave him or her that power. For anyone to control you, it is you who gave them that power, because it is you who agree for them to control you. I will continue. All right, so the most important thing for us that the Torah is telling us this morning is that we, as a student of the Torah, as a student of God, has to look at myself, all the things that I'm good in, all the area that I'm good. You look at yourself, all the areas that you are good, we combine it together and we make it one. I become stronger. We don't need division. We don't need division in our house. No. Israel must always be one before God, and Israel is always one before God. If we put division, then we are making it a total mess. And then, as it is said in the Talmud, that blessed is the man that unites the name of God, and cursed is the man that divides the name of God. No, we have to unite the name of God. The same thing, Israel has to be united, has to be one. So we can bring all our differences. If we have the differences, we should resolve it amicably, peacefully. You know? So that we can continue to be one. What makes Israel different from any other nation is this uniqueness of oneness to be one. Anywhere you go, oh, I am a Jew. Oh, okay, come. Other Jews, they welcome you. Oh, do you have a job? No, I don't have a job yet. Okay, we'll give you a job. Do you have a family? Oh, I don't have a family. Okay, they organize things for you. And this is a unique trait from thousands of years. Remember that when we left Egypt, it's not everybody that has everything. You have one thing, maybe I don't have. I have another thing you don't have. We combine together. What you have and what I don't have, we bring together. That it is ingrained in the people, because the suffering that they undergo or that they underwent, that suffering forged them together. For example, it's just like the same thing. The black Americans, I use them as an example a lot. The one that they took slaves from Africa and they brought them to North America. They lost their home. They lost their land. Some people, they lost their father and their mother. They lost everything. The so-called slave master that brought them in, used them as to do farm and so on, starved them to death. But what is the thing that unites them? The only thing that unites them, that the thing that made them to survive, that they have, was what? Was their voice. Singing. To sing. That is it. See, they sit down in pain, in suffering, singing. That song rejoices the heart. Song rejoices the soul. And that is why today you can see them the most prosperous in singing. Because that is the only thing they know. For hundreds of years, they only sing and sing and sing. And now you see them, Michael Jackson, you see Tina Turner, you see all those people. Because that is what they know. The only thing they know is singing. Nothing else. So this is what I'm saying. The same thing in Israel. What we know is unity. Because we remember that in Egypt. We remember that in the wilderness. And that is what he's telling us. Please, when you enter into the land is big, right? You go here, Judah here, Issachar here, Ephraim here, Manasseh here, all of you scatter. But there's one trait that you should not forget. There is one thing that you should not forget. Oneness. And that is why in Israel we don't have 2 temples, 3 temples, 4 temples. No, 1 temple. Temple is where they worship. A temple. We have only 1 temple in Jerusalem. Before we have Mishkan, right? Before we turn it into a temple. We have Mishkan in Shiloh, in Ephraim. Everybody come there to serve God. Everybody. No, because when you have all those differences, this one will teach one thing, the other will teach another thing, the other one will teach another thing. You see? So we don't want that. God said you shall only have only one. And we had one. And later on they brought it to Jerusalem. One. Everybody go to Jerusalem and serve God. Right? So this is the one thing I want you to understand. We as a people, we are different. Your character is different from my own character. My personality is different from your own personality. But we should bring all this together. It's a unique thing. It's not a bad thing. God is what God is saying. It's not a negative thing. It is a very, very good thing. That we should combine it together as unity, as one. Then we will grow, become the sons and the daughters of God. That makes us very unique people. It shouldn't be the thing to divide us, but it should be the thing that unites us. And later this afternoon, we are going to see more and more on these messages that I'm going to talk about. So what I'm saying is that the goal of unity must remain ever with us. That's our goal, to be united as one. Even if conceived as a, for example, as a framework in which division presently exists, the ultimate guiding principle to achieve that is reflected in the name of the people as used by the very word that we use today, Yeshurim. So what I'm saying is that what is the name? What's the meaning of the name Yeshurim? We need to understand that it's a meaning for all these things. The name, the root word of Yeshurim is Yashar. And the word Yashar meaning to be straight. Remember. And remember the name of our fathers. The name Yaakov. What does it mean? Yaakov means crook. A crook. Yaakov means somebody who is not straight. That's what it means. A deceiver. That's the meaning of Yaakov. Yaakov means a deceiver. a crooked person who is not straight. But God said, okay, you shall be Yeshurim. Someone who is straight. Remember, it's a balance. Here we Yaakov, and here we Yeshurim. So it is a balance. Everything in our life has to be balanced. So that is why Moshe, you see us in Torah, call us Yeshurim. A straight person. Someone who is erect and straight. Honesty before his God. So please, we need to always understand that the ethical approach to life is yeshir, to be straight. Before God, before your fellow, before your children, before your husband, before your wife, before your country, before your province, before your nation. So unity is very important. And as a family synagogue, we must be united as one. We have to rejoice with our brothers when they are doing good. Be happy with all our heart, not artificial love. But in your heart, you are not happy. That will never happen here. We rejoice when our brother rejoices. If anything happens to our brothers that is not good, we have to gather together and stand together as one and help our brothers, our sisters, everything. We back them up every time. No matter what happens, we have to back ourselves up. If anything happens, we can bring our brothers, our fellow in the house to discuss. If it did anything wrong, we discipline them in the house. We don't open our dirty clothes in the public. Comprehend? You don't dry your dirty clothes in the public. That's what I'm saying. You make sure that everything is dealt with in the house. You don't allow other people to see. Right? You deal with any problem that you have, deal with it in the house. And that is it. And that's the way God wants it. Right? Everything has to be, everyone has a place in the house. Everyone has a right in the house. Every voice has the right to speak. They have to talk as a family. Right? Then all of us, just like finally, before I go, just like the house of Hallel and the house of is a school of understanding. The house of Hallel and the house of Shammah in the 4th century BC. We have these two houses of understanding in Israel, and most of the time they don't agree. This one said this is what the Torah said. This one said no, this is what the Torah said. But the basic thing is that there is unity among them. That sometimes the house of Hallel will say, okay, it's exactly what the house of Shammah said, we are going to do. Everybody follow. And sometimes the house of Shammah will say, okay, everything the house of Hallel said, that what we are going to do. So even though they don't agree sometimes, but the basic thing is the unity of the Torah, the oneness of the Torah. The Torah is not like what we are seeing now, right? Some people, they call themselves rabbi, right? They say no. The goyim, right? Or the nations don't do the 10th commandment, do the Noahic law, do the 7th, and we, the Hebrew, we do the 10th. Where do you see that in the Torah? And sometimes I wonder which Torah that they read. The Torah said everybody, one Torah for everybody. The immigrant, no immigrant, the one born in the land, the one who is a blood descendant, everybody follow one Torah. That is it. No two Torahs anywhere. That's what the Torah said. So this is what I'm saying. All of us have to be one. We have to follow one Torah. For God is one. And blessed is the man that unites the name of God. Please, the blessing of today that Moshe pronounced upon each and every one of us, may the blessing remain forever and ever. But remember, we have to follow the Torah. The Torah is the fundament, is the foundation. You cannot divide to the right or divide to the left. You have to stand straight. Yeshua. You have to stand straight before the Lord, on the path, on the way. But this path is the path of life, it's the path of peace, it's the path of justice. And then we all rejoice before the Lord our God. And the Lord shall reign over us, and the Lord shall be king forever and ever. Shabbat shalom.